Hello, my name is Faye Hedera. I am so glad you're joining me for this episode of Meet the Conwegians. This episode highlights a fellow Conwegian that spent nearly 4 decades championing technology, teaching, and trailblazing a path in education. But her most powerful legacy, a prize. Quietly changing lives through the organization, doors didn't just open for many young women, new ones were built. Today, we honor someone who has sparked a movement that proves that when we lift others up, the whole community rises. I'm so excited for you to meet Miss Phyllis Simon.
I found a place and I'm calling it home. Down by the lakeside at Beaver Fork Road, stirring in legends of mystical toads. I found a place. I found a place, and I'm calling it home.
It's so good to have you with me today.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yes, so I'm so excited to talk about the Simon Prize because I know it makes an impact on a lot of young women here in Conway. So can you tell me a little bit about what it is and how it started?
Well, in 2006, there was a new school built in Conway, and we, of course, had both worked in the district, and then we had gone on. At that point in time, we were living in Arlington, Virginia, right outside D.C., because Ray was the Deputy Secretary of Education for the country at that time, and I had finally retired and moved up there with him. But we got a call one day that said the school board had voted to name the new school after us, which was quite a thing. There'd never been a school that was named after a couple before. And just the thought of if you're a teacher, there can be no bigger honor than for somebody to recognize you and for us to be able to represent the wonderful people, the great teachers and administrators and contributors to the educational program here in Conway. It was a wonderful thing for us. At that time, the school was only 5th and 6th grade, and it was called an intermediate school. But the school was dedicated, and almost immediately after that, we began thinking about what can we do? What can we do to give back for this wonderful honor? And what can we do to make things continue to be better for those students that we cared so much about and the teachers that were so dear to us and the great work that they were doing? When we returned to Conway from D.C., and we were able to go to the school, kind of hang out there, sign yearbooks, do things like that, and kind of get a feeling for what we could do that might make a difference so that the students who came through those doors that had our name above them could benefit in some way by what we did. We're both math teachers, so that was our stock in trade. And we also then, although there were no computers when we graduated from UCA, that had come along. We had transitioned into using computers and taught some computer classes. And this was what hit my heart. When I was going to high school, going to college, graduate work, it was really difficult. In a way, there were classes where there were not more than 1 or 2 girls in the class besides myself. And going forward at that point in time, it was kind of difficult, in fact, very difficult for women to pursue those fields because they didn't have support from their group and so forth. So we felt so much interest and belief that it was going to be technology and what is now called the S.T.E.M fields. Math is the basis for all of them. And we had this slogan, if you can do math, you can do anything, because it's a beginning point for everything. And yet we wanted to be broad and do things that would affect a lot of different people, give people different avenues to pursue. And we kind of thought about it, and I would think about, it was kind of really hard. And then our only child, our daughter, she was a physics major at Hendrix, graduated summa cum laude in physics. And it was difficult for her too. She was the only girl, only female in some of her classes as well. And it was difficult. She really fought for what she got. And so we thought, well, all right, we only have so much that we can give. So we would focus on the girls. And we came up with a project, and we called it, we had a name for it, and which we thought was cute, so we thought we better come up with a program, that would meet that. And we decided that we wanted the girls who came to our school to become very proficient, very competent, very confident that they could do math, that they could go forward, that they could be prepared to take on a lot of different things. They could meet new people, they could go to new places, they could learn new things, and they would be comfortable in moving in areas where they might not have thought that they belonged, but they really did.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what brings you joy. What did you bring today?
Well, as I mentioned, we have a daughter who is now Dr. Sandra Halliburton, thanks to the people at Conway schools and the other schools that she attended in her education, and especially to a teacher at Hendrix who a professor there that really took her under his wing and suggested that she apply for a National Scholarship Foundation when she graduated from Hendrix. And she was one of a very few people in the country who were chosen for that.
Oh, wow.
And she could go anywhere she wanted to in the country to a university to pursue what she wanted to pursue. But the fact that she was a physics major and had other science background, that was really significant in her getting that wonderful blessing in the first place. And she wanted to go into an area that was very new at that time. It's called biomedical engineering, which would combine, when she was young, my husband said she was going to be a doctor. I said she was going to be an engineer. Well, she ended up choosing biomedical engineering, where she applied her
So you're both right.
skills in that and took a lot of the
Wow.
courses, that same medical courses that the medical students did to get the engineering degree. In fact, it's almost like she had 2 degrees as far as the preliminary work was concerned. But she chose to go to Vanderbilt, and that was not that far from home, and she really liked the program there. They were one of the leaders in that field.
I'm so happy that I get to paint you holding these dissertations that your daughter wrote. Clearly you raised an intelligent, extraordinary woman, so you must be so proud of the person you brought into the world.
We were blessed. Everything comes from someplace other than yourself, and your job is to do something with what you're given.
Well, I'm so happy to be back here with Ray and Phyllis today so that I can show her the painting that I created. But before I do that, Ray's going to share a few words about why he chose to nominate his wife for this show.
I thought it was a good opportunity to showcase an unsung hero, a pioneer who Captain Kirk of the Starship Enterprise would say has boldly gone where no one has gone before. She has contributed to and edited math textbooks and some of the first computer science textbooks, and volunteered to work with individual students on independent study classes in technology and computer science before those courses had been formally introduced into our schools. In retirement, she's partnered with me in a program targeting girls in mathematics at Simon Middle School, which in its 10-year history has awarded 130 cash prizes and supported those girls through camps and other activities designed to participate in opportunities that some would never have considered before. And you know, we've been together for 59 years, and I'm so proud of you. Most of the time you stayed in the background and other people got credit. This is a time, I think it's way time that you got credit for something that you've done, and I'm really proud of you, and I'm glad to be here with you.
You've always supported me, and it's always either you doing it or me doing it or both of us doing it. And I look forward to our 60th anniversary.
Yeah, me too.
Because you promised me a present for that.
Me too.
Well, it's appropriate that the photo that was chosen for your portrait was actually me asking you to look at your husband. So the expression that was captured is how you feel about your husband. So when we look at this portrait, and Ray, when you look at it in the future, I want you to know that this is how your wife feels about you. It's very clearly love and respect. So without further ado, we're going to reveal your portrait. Do you want me to count down? Would that be good? Okay. Let's do 3, 2, 1.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, goodness.
My goodness.
Oh, thank you so much. I love you the way you did my daughter's book. She'll be so excited. And I don't look a whole lot like Laura Bush in that picture. That's good too. They could tell the difference. Maybe.
Oh, that's
Isn't
wonderful.
that wonderful?
That's wonderful.
You are so,
You're
such an
you're a
artist.
talent to capture that.
Oh,
That's
it's wonderful.
That's
It's
wonderful.
It was a joy to paint it, but also to get all those giant words onto that book.
Yeah, you did. Look at
Gosh,
that.
that is amazing.
Oh, she's going to be so proud of that too. She will be.
That's neat.
Sandy,
That's really
yeah.
neat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I appreciate this opportunity, not for me so much as a way of letting the public know what wonderful young women there are, and not just those that stay in Conway, but go elsewhere. They carry some of us with them and make our community proud even later. So it's a wonderful thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to share with you.
Thank you for letting me paint your face and nominating your wife, because she's a worthy, amazing person who lives in Conway. So